What is your wish? As Christmas is nearing, you could imagine that it's about wishes for Christmas. Yes and no. On the one hand, yes, it's good to also have wishes for Christmas. And at the same time, it's good to have wishes for your business as well. My experience is that it's good to have concrete wishes. When my children were small and I asked them, "What would you like to have for dinner?" Then they said, "Oh, something very tasty." And I thought, okay, maybe you can imagine that it was an advantage for me because I could cook whatever I wanted. And at the same time, I really would have loved to cook something that they all liked. The same is true for me in business. When I'd been working as a lecturer at a private university, sometimes my students ask me, "Oh, do you know something, some job for me, something where I can just earn some money?" And I said, "Oh, in which area would you like to work, and in which position, and in which environment?" Mostly, the answer that came back was, "I don't mind. The most important thing is that I can earn some money." In my opinion, that's not that easy. And for me, that's true for several parts in the company as well. If you are clear as a head of a certain department in your company, then it's much easier if your employees know what you would like them to do. You can call it wish, you can call it desire, you can also call it a goal in a company. The more specific it is, the easier it is to have a vision on it and to create a vision. In my opinion, wishes and visions are very important in the company. With a vision and the concrete goals, employees know in which direction to go. And more often, it's also fun to go into that direction and to already have an idea what it can be about. I know sometimes it seems that wishes and business, that the two kind of don't match. But why not? I think that many great achievements that we had, be it, let's say, the cell phone, that they were the vision of one or several persons. And then they realized it, and it kind of started to live. I also know from my own experience that sometimes if the, let's say, the room of possibilities is too small, then it's also difficult to already come up with an idea. For example, just to give an example for, let's say, a wider or bigger variety, you're planning a custom event. And you talk to your employees and you tell them, "Oh, I would like to have a customer event for about 100 people, 2 hours on one day. And the budget is about $5,000 or euro or pound or whatever you have." And when then the employees come up with some ideas, you can still kind of be in contact and say, "Oh, that's not what I thought," because that's always, let's say, some also a challenge to make the space wide enough so that a lot of ideas can flourish and at the same time have, let's say, a concrete idea about the most important things. And in such an atmosphere of creativity and commitment, it's much easier to find something that really everybody likes. I have to admit that sometimes, and now I'm back at Christmas time, I had a certain idea. I wanted exactly this item with these features, And I went downtown to all the department stores and warehouses, and I was looking for this item and I couldn't find it. So my kind of wish was too concrete. And I also have to admit that I didn't like to compromise. So I kept on looking for the desired item, and if I couldn't buy it for Christmas, then maybe for the birthday of the person or for another occasion. Back to companies. Only recently, I've been talking to somebody who is a boss of a small team, and he told me, "Oh, I don't want to interfere too much. They can kind of handle this themselves." And I told him, "Oh, in my opinion, as boss or as leader, it's so important that I have a concrete idea." So my advice to him was to tell his employees that they should organize that somebody would answer the phone between maybe 9 and 1 and between 2 p.m. and 5 p.m. And at the same time, it's also good to kind of be there for the employees in order when they have questions. Because if I, as a leader, if it's too wide, then my employees have the impression that I'm not reliable. And as to compromises, it's also good to kind of know your own border where you don't want to change it. So, for example, I'm very often asked, so why did you choose Love and Peace in Companies? So normally we don't have love in companies. And what do you mean with love? And I mean appreciation and heart-to-heart communication. That's what I mean with Love and Peace in Companies. And I also know that I don't want to compromise on this. I have experienced several situations during my time in business, and in my opinion, some were not very nice. Let's put it this way. So I remember one situation when I was head of marketing sales control, and my boss approached me and said, "Oh, we are going to have a meeting with the responsible persons from our kind of mother company, and I have to show the order, the income of orders. Can you please make a nice graph of it, showing 3 months of order income?" And I said, "Okay, yes, I'll do so." And when I showed it to him, then he said, "Oh, no, I can't show this because it's going down, it's decreasing. Can you please make 6 months? Still decreasing. Can you make 9 months? Still decreasing. Can you make 12 months? Finally, it was showing up." And he said, "Oh, yes, that's good. I'm going to take this to our meeting." In my opinion, this doesn't have to do anything with appreciation and with communication on eye level. In my opinion, it's much better to admit things when they are not going right and then to look for a solution, to be open with it and to say, "Okay, I'm very sorry, but this time I can't give you a positive answer. This time I have to admit that the income of our orders, they are decreasing." And then everybody could sit together and could work on a solution. So what can we do? And this is always the kind of question that I like. So what can we do? How can we solve the problem? And in my opinion, if people are sitting together and if they have the common desire to solve a problem, then it's possible. As Christmas is approaching, I would like to invite you to also have a look on your wishes. I'm just thinking of the Walt Disney method. I will explain it in detail another time. There's 3 steps, and in one step, Disney says it's important to be the dreamer. And for the 3 different steps, he had different rooms. And you can imagine what the room for the dreamer looked like. It was nice and cozy surrounding with nice armchairs and sofas, good foods and drinks to really relax, to feel welcome, and to kind of let the thoughts flow and to just let good ideas come to you. Is it difficult for you to think about your wishes, to take time what you really, really, really desire? It's such an amazing exercise. It has such a great result to really know what I want. It creates a happiness. And then to ask the question, so how can I reach the goal? What is the next step that I should do? And I am really excited to know what your wish is, what you would like to pick me up as a topic in Love and Peace and Company's life. I would love to receive a message from you, hearing your wish, what you would like me to talk about in one of the next episodes. I wish you a great week wherever you are. See you next week. And yes, let's work on your wishes.